Back to what you asked me prior to those highlights, big takeaway, Meridian plays with an attitude.
Yeah.
And I know that they weren't quite clicking in their first game of the season against Mountain View. Hey, a lot of teams struggle to score a lot of points when they go over and take on a Judd Benedict defense at Mountain View. I said this about Emmett and Bishop Kelly. I just would not be surprised if we see Meridian and Mountain View battle somewhere down the line. But there's more parity at the top of the 5A SIC than I thought, and I already thought there was going to be a lot. Eagle's a very good team. Eagle's been impressive so far, and I thought that just given what they lost last year and a kid like Ben Ford, I thought they'd drop off. But Jack Benson's been playing some pretty good ball. Ian Duarte, again, is a dude. and they got some other guys that are without Ethan Makita. Gosh, man, if they had him, holy cow.
Yeah. Makes you go, man, if they did have him. Yeah.
And then Rocky's just Rocky.
I love it, though.
Yeah.
I love how we have a lot of teams, a handful of teams, right up there near the top of the standings, battling for it, a little parity. Keep in mind, you go back to Meridian Mountain View, that first game of the season, the Warriors' only loss of the season. They were up at halftime, and they had a chance at the end to win it, but they had their field goal blocked. So, I mean, they very well could be undefeated as well.
So just kind of think of some of these gutty efforts that Mountain View has survived so far. Won a close one against Meridian. They've gone on the road. They beat Rocky Mountain in a second half that you were at, and kind of like the second half, Andrew had the night, you know, over at Ridgeview and Emmett. Not a lot of scoring in that second half, but they did enough to win that game. And then look at tonight. Well, I'm telling you, I thought that they were done. I was ready to stick a fork in them, and somehow they came back to life, got a big defensive stop, and Eagle just couldn't stop them from there.
They're like the Undertaker gif, where he comes out of the coffin.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Exactly. I mean, we're still like a month and a half from Halloween, but very fitting. Yeah. No, that's my takeaway. You got a quick one? I'm looking up Mountain View. I know that Mountain View's schedule finally gets a little easier. I mean, it's been incredible so far in terms of what they've had to go up against. But as I looked that up, what's your takeaway?
If you can also look up Owaihi's schedule.
Yeah, I got you. Well, here, real quick then.
Or not Owaihi, Skyview's.
Okay, so Mountain View, they're 4-0, and they've played, three of the top teams in the state so far, in Meridian, Rocky Mountain, and Eagle. And from here on out, they have Owaihi, Centennial, Capital, and Cuna.
Four more games left.
It gets a little easier for him.
Yes. Yep.
I get what you're saying. No offense, guys. It just gets a little easier for him.
Skyview?
Hey, throw everything you got him at Mountain View, but it just gets a little easier for him. I'll look that up. Okay. Give me another takeaway as I search for that.
Man, I tell you what, very quietly, Dave Young. I mean, we shouldn't be surprised by this. He's led the Hawks to the playoffs nearly every year that he's been the head coach at Skyview. Done a fantastic job year in and year out.
All 40 years.
Standard of consistent success. Yeah. They're off to a 4-0 start. You got it for us?
Okay, so this is where
we're going to learn more.
Yeah, we're going to learn a little more. We're going to learn more here. The schedule has been manageable so far.
Oh, wow.
Rocky Mountain coming up next Friday.
Yep.
So they get Rocky, Meridian, Eagle. Yeah,
close with Timberline.
Yeah, Meridian on deck, Eagle in the hole, close with Timberline.
Wow. We're going to learn a lot more about the Hawks and where that 4-0 stands 4 weeks from now.
Yeah, seriously. I remember we're looking forward to the Timberline Skyview game. That could be a game where we have huge playoff implications, and it's a Thursday night game to wrap up the season in mid-October.
And you remember last year, those two came down to the wire in the regular season finale. Yeah. Skyview beat Timberline. They both made it to the playoffs. They opened against each other, and Timberline won round 2.
Yeah.
So very well could happen again this fall.
We could literally go on all night about this. I'm not going to lie. We could talk forever, but
it's bedtime.
Yeah, we got to let our crew out of here at some point in time. It is bedtime. Big game tomorrow on the Blue. I'm going to use this as an opportunity to remind you to join the both of us on the Blue tomorrow. Not physically, sit back on your couch, watch us on the TV screen. But 6 to 7 o'clock, the Bronco Roundup Game Day Show, got a lot coming your way. It should be a fun time.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. It's bedtime, though.
It's bedtime, though.
It's bedtime.
Hey, remember to check out our highlights we got them there for you. When I say we, I mean Danny and Devin, who are so great at doing that for
Real
you.
MVPs.
Check them out at KTVB.com as well as YouTube. Almost halfway through the high school season. We'll keep this thing rolling, though, a week from the night with another edition of Friday Night Football. For Will Hall, I'm Jay Tust. Enjoy the rest of your evening, everybody.